What's going on, everybody? It's your boy DJ Gamer. It's that retro modern gamer, and we are on the IAmDJGamer Podcast. And with me today, I got a special guest with me. Why don't you introduce yourself and let everybody know about yourself?
Hey guys, my name's Jodie. You guys might, if you have me on there, you've known me as like Jodes McGodes. Um, I reside in New Jersey. I've been, just gaming and stuff, very shortly. Um, and it's been my pastime turned into a hobby, and I met some great people out of it. So I've been doing it for actually just, the beginning of this year. Um, yeah,
Okay.
I have purple hair. I don't know.
So nice. You're kidding me, right? So this is before we get into the questions. So this has been like a fairly new to you then, right? This whole gaming community,
Yeah,
whole gaming thing. It's been new to you then. So
very new. I mean, I started um pretty much during quarantine. So I used to like game like in the 90s, like back way back when
retro,
I was like PC
nice.
gaming,
Uh-huh.
Nintendo game was a game like I had every console. Love PC gaming. I was playing when Doom came out for the first time on PC. I was on it like, but then the years pass, life happens and stuff, and I fell out of it. But this year, because of quarantine and stuff, being home and you're like twiddling your thumbs and you just start seeing like your friends and stuff like, yo, let me try this.
Right.
So
You went
I
back.
got back in, and my first game I started to play was Call of Duty. I think I jumped in at season 4, like halfway through season 4, before season 5 came out. And I just had a niche for it, and I just kept going, and I started playing with randoms, and that's how I started to first meet people and stuff, and they
Hmm.
gave me tips. And then they started talking to me about just like the gaming community, and things like Twitch and Discord and stuff. So I started to slowly kind of involve myself in it. But yeah, it's been a short time, but it's been very fun.
That's
Absolutely
good.
very
That's
fun.
good. So like I said, you pretty much reconnected because you gave it a break, I guess, and you came back into it during the quarantine, which honestly a lot of people have. Like we've gotten
Yeah.
so many new gamers, so many gamers that let it go, came back to it, and yeah, it's a nice thing because like I said, it's just like if you played before and like I said, you're playing PC, Doom, all of that, like that's all retro, that's good, and then coming back to it that's it's always a either you let it go or you come back to it. It's always one of those two things, and hey, I'm glad you came back. Glad you came back.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been fun. And let me tell you, like you said, it's the time for people to be doing it right now with everything going on. No one wants to leave their homes. And I know I did, and I was nervous, with
Hmm.
these health scares. And not even the health scares, just there's like just craziness out there. So for me, it actually helped me cope with a lot of things, you
Nice.
know um dealing with things, like anxiety, depression. I've dealt with that. So doing this has actually made me in some way better. So, people might look at gaming, from the outside in as, oh, what are they doing? Like, it
Oh yeah.
might be silly. They're wasting time. We're like, no, like, just like how you like maybe playing music or you like playing basketball. It's the same thing. It's a community.
Yes, it
It's
is.
how you meet people. It's how, you and I connected.
Yeah.
So,
Imagine
yeah.
that's the same thing I always tell people that don't understand, let's just say our world, because that's just what it is. But I always like sharing with people. I said, dude, you don't have no idea. Like, so, like some of the best people I've met was through gaming. Like I've met wonderful people. Honestly, it's crazy because back then it was a little harder to meet people while you were gaming because it wasn't like as popular as it is right now. It's just been at all time high, but it's wonderful. Honestly, it is. It's wonderful that you just imagine you don't know you're gonna
Yeah.
play multiplayer, and then all of a sudden you meet people, you vibe, and then it's just like, hey, you know what, I'm gonna add you. You know what? Then there from there you start playing. You start playing,
Yeah. Yeah.
and that's
100%.
that's how it is. That's how it is.
Yeah.
So that's good. That's good. Okay, so speaking of Call of Duty, we're gonna go right into it. So this is the game we're gonna talk about, Call of Duty. So the first time you ever played Call of Duty, what was that experience like? Okay, like you came back to it, and how was it for starters? Like, was it something that you were seeing, or something like just someone told you, "Hey, man, you get on Call of Duty, you game," or just get on Call of Duty? How was that experience like?
It was something that I saw. Like I had, my friends were playing it, and I was the one just kind of on the couch, like,
Just watching the
yeah,
gameplay.
just like, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
watching it, and there's at first I'm like, this is like annoying because they're all screaming. I don't get this. But then as time went on, I was like, I can do this. Because they were saying like, oh, if you got on, you'd be they still call me a bot to this day. I
Okay.
am. But they they were just like, oh, if you get on, you'd probably be a bot. I'm like, let me try this. I sucked in the beginning. Like when I first got on, it was, I haven't played in a really long time. So it was a whole different world
Oh yeah.
in a sense. So I got on and I was just like, okay, it's a guy with a gun. I didn't, at first I didn't know that you can change guns or add things and stuff. So for like the first month, I'm going around, what was it, with a freaking Odin or something. And I'm like, I can't get anybody. So that's how I started just practicing my aiming and things like that. It was fun. I think you know me me sucking kind of helps because like when I would play with randos,
Yeah.
they were actually really nice. Some of them can be jerks,
Oh yeah.
but
Oh yeah.
they were like, hey, did you know you can do this? So that's when I really started to go into it, and just learned about it all. And within like 3 months, didn't have it down packed, but I was pretty much like, okay, I can get into games now with
Yeah.
with people, and yeah, that's how I got it. At first it was just more like, I can do this, but now I'm like, oh yeah, this is cool. And I've been playing it almost every day. So
Isn't it amazing that it goes from something that like, okay, you don't know anything, like I said, from anything, you don't know anything, and then it just becomes like a constant thing where it's just like you understand it now. So once you understand it, it just becomes a thing where it's just like, now it's just part of me here, because it's just like people don't understand that when we come invested, just for the whole experience, because I don't know, I'm just be speak on it when it comes to Warzone, when it comes down to like the last few people, oh my goodness, that feeling you get, that rush, the rush you get, yes,
yeah,
the rush that every second you are like your level of just focus, you're just looking everywhere, you're looking everywhere to see where they're at, where can they be at. So it's like a level of just like, oh my goodness, heart pounding, like nervousness a little bit, and you get excited. So yeah, people do not understand that, but honestly, it's super cool that you stuck with it, because at any time and point, you could have been just like, oh no, I just don't get this game. This is not for me anymore. It could have been that. It could have been that, but so gladly that you stuck with it. That's good.
yeah. I'm glad too. I mean, the at first, really, the driver of me sticking with it was like, I'm freaking tired of just getting killed. So I'm like, I just want to start killing people. So that I stuck with. I'm like, I just need to get better so I can just be satisfied. I'm like, there, boom, 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 and then I'll be done with it. But no,
Oh,
I learned to just love it. So
nice.
yeah, I'm glad I stuck with it too. I'm still learning. Like, I think season 5, I started learning that about Black Ops and Cold War and all
Mhm.
that, and I'm like, this branches out, like, this is crazy. So I'm excited for that to come out and stuff. So just to like learn different things. But I also I always ask people like, hey, I want to be diverse in like my gaming. Send me what you have, like send me, some recommendations and stuff. I always fall
Loadouts
back
and
to
all
Call
that,
of Duty
right?
though.
Right? Loadouts, all that. No, it is. It is. That's definitely so. I mean, on that side note, have you gotten a Warzone victory yet?
Yes.
Right?
So, oh
Best thing
man,
ever, right?
man, oh my God. I actually, my first time, I didn't know. I think it was like one of my first posts when I made my like gaming IG.
Uh-huh.
I was in a trio. I think it was trios. I'm sorry, yeah, trios with someone that I met during a random gaming thing. We just started playing almost every day. Turned out that he streamed. I'm like, all right, cool. So then we're all playing, and as being a girl gamer, they like to crack jokes, things like that. So I think it was like, it wasn't the last circle. I think it was maybe the second to last circle.
Uh-huh.
Um, and I had to drop money to somebody, but I'm like panicking. I'm like, holy shit. Like so I go to drop the money, but I hit a different arrow and it made my operator just go like the thumbs up thing. I'm like, oh shit. So the guys are like, what are we buying, purses here? Let's go. And I'm like, okay, all right. So then something like switched in me. I'm like, all right, now like, oh, they got a girl on the team. They want to say that, okay. Yeah. So then I just turn. That guy dies. So I'm the only one left. I just turn around and I just spray, and I got a triple kill out of nowhere. And I was like, oh man. And then I'm like, oh cool. And I go to walk forward, but right before I walk forward, it just says boom, Warzone victory. And I was like, oh
that was perfect timing. Isn't that always funny? So when somebody like, kind of wants to give you some crap, turns around,
yeah,
and I bet they're like, oh, okay.
Yeah. I said, okay, you're gonna buy me a purse now. We can do that.
There you
so
go.
They didn't say anything. They were just like, what? And I was like,
you hit them with a 3-piece, and then now they're like, oh, okay.
yeah. And I actually streamed that one, and I forgot that I was streaming. I had my video up. So I like was trying to just be cool in the mic, forgetting my camera's up, and you see me in the camera like, yes.
No, yeah, honestly, for people that don't know, that feeling is when you see that Warzone victory, and then you see the helicopter come pick you up, all that stuff. It's like I said, it's just like, as a gamer, it's just like, oh my God, a sense of accomplishment, because it's just like, you have no idea, because sometimes it's not a solo. You either run duels, triples, or whatever it may be, but it's like you all gotta work together. You all talking, communicating. So it's like a sense of accomplishment, because it's like, oh yeah, we did this. And those victories do not come easy. So anytime you get a victory, believe me. So it's all good.
What is it, 150 people?
Yes. So imagine, that's what I'm saying. You're fighting the odds. You're fighting the odds. You're fighting the odds against the circle, fighting the odds just with a bunch of stuff. Like, if you landing, or if you get sent to the gulag, you're fighting the odds of coming out of there. And then, okay, if you don't make it, your team has to somehow, some way buy you back. And it's just like, people don't understand. I say, oh man, it's a process. It could go either way. And no, yeah. So those victories are always so satisfying. They are. So.
Yeah. Yeah. Right? 100%. I think I like almost had a panic attack coming out of it. I was like, oh my God. It was good. It was very satisfying. And I think it amped me up, because I was playing a lot of, I was a little bit shy of Battle Royale for a while. Because I'm like, oh man, I'm still like learning and stuff. So I was actually just playing a lot of Plunder. But which did help my, my aiming, my shoot, I gained a lot from that. So I'm like, all right, let me get into Battle Royale. And I think since then, that was, I think, within this past month, and I got two more in a row, like day by day. And I'm like, all right, cool.
Oh yeah.
But let me not get too cocky, because next one I was like, who's next? But I'm like,
it's hard not to feel that way though. It's hard not to feel that way, because when you fight, when you defeat the odds and you defeat everybody else, yeah, it's hard not to feel that way. But I totally get it. So that's good. Because like I said, I've only gotten a few victories, and I've been there since season one. So, but since they implemented the Warzone, but it's not. It's like I said, they're hard to come by, but they're so good. They're so good to come by
Mm-hmm.
when you do.
Absolutely. Now I'm gonna probably play after this. I'll do a little solo. That's
See,
my next thing is getting a solo victory.
I've come so close coming from solo when it come down literally to a 1v1, and I've just yet to
Me too.
freaking get it. Oh my goodness. I just like a
Me
second, third.
too.
I'm like, I always finish then. I'm like, ugh. So yeah,
Yep.
I'm on it too. I'm on it too, trying to get that solo victory.
My first 1v1 was actually when I first got the game. I'm like, how the hell did I get here? It was during solos, and at first I'm like, I just thought I had to just wait for the gas. So at first I didn't know how to shoot. So I'm like, let me just hide. So I was one of those dirty campers that just waiting in the middle of the circle. But when when it came to 1 versus 1, I'm like, oh, what do I do?
Okay,
And
I
so
made it
I
this far.
unfortunately didn't win, but hopefully, my goal is to definitely get one of those victories this month. So we'll see. We'll see how that
Okay.
goes.
Okay. No, yeah. So, sometimes, honestly, in Warzone, it's not about just going out and confronting. Sometimes it's about if you could hide the best, because if you could avoid contact with anybody to the very end, that's good in itself, because it's kind of hard to engage and avoid being contacted. But if you're a good hider, that's a skill too when it comes down to Warzone, because it's all about strategies. It's all about just how do you approach it, depending on how you approach it. But there's a lot of people that take those approaches, and I was like, okay, you got to know how to mix in both. Okay, attack
Yeah.
when you need to attack, and just lay low when you need to lay low, because that's what it is, though.
Yeah,
All right.
absolutely.
Okay, so I don't know if you played any other Call of Duty games, but as far as ranking, what would you put? Like, what's your top three? Let's just go top three. Top three.
As in like different games or Call of Duty games or
Yeah, just have you played other Call of Duty games before?
this has been just this season, just these seasons. Season, what are we in 6 right now?
Yes.
So 4, I just played 4, 5, and 6. So this is my first
Okay.
I
So,
guess series.
all right, so we'll switch it up then. What's been your best season so far?
I have to say season 5.
Okay.
I don't think this season was fun. They added the train, right? So
Yeah.
I think that it was a little they could have done more with it.
Yes.
I think.
Uh-huh.
As far as, the battle pass, adding things like, for instance, like the stadium was a huge deal,
Yeah, it was.
so we were like, what? Just even the graphics and stuff. Season 6, it was fun. It was, just I just like completing the battle pass. That's always fun for me. But yeah, I just felt like it could have been maybe a little better. It felt like it was kind of rushed through. So that's why I'm excited for what Black Ops, what is it? Black Ops Cold War to come out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally get it, because I'm with you on that one on this last season, because just having been there since season one, it's been like, I'm like, this season doesn't feel a whole lot of like emotion, doesn't feel like a whole lot of just glamour. I mean, it's okay, but definitely I think it's because they are bringing out Cold War, and they're just like, okay, we're just gonna throw that in there. So I'm just curious to see how they're gonna tie it all together, because they're supposed to tie it the Cold War, and they're gonna add the Warzone on there, and they're gonna supposed to tie it up somehow.
Interesting.
So yeah, so just something to wait
Wow.
on, something to see and observe. We'll see. Okay.
I'm excited. I'm excited.
Yes.
I was gonna pre-order, but I'm like, let me just wait. But I'm excited. Yeah, the when it came to this season, I was just like, oh, this is cool. The train, I don't think anyone really uses the train like that. Last season, you couldn't even land in the stadium because it was so.
No, it was always crowded. It was always just like you if you had the advantage, you landed there first. Like you were one of the first ones to land there. Okay.
And survive. You should just win the game.
Because sometimes they have a chopper there. I try to land the first one to get it and get out of there. So
it's yeah. That's I'm excited for a change up. So
okay.
but I've been having fun. I always get, the urge to play. It's never old or redundant for me. So,
Okay.
but yeah.
Nice. Okay. So time is speaking on that. What's your favorite mode of the game? So I just,
Like the different games.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really getting into solos right now. My go-to is Plunder.
Plunder. Nice.
It's
I love
there's a lot of
all about that
you either
money.
hate it or you love it. Yeah, you hate it or you love it. I
Yeah.
like it because I set little goals for myself. I'm like, all right, I've
Mhm.
reached 1 million, I reached 2 million. All right, let me try to get 3 million.
Yeah.
So there's no goals. But then there's also like, let me just practice my shooting, instead
Yeah.
of going into like a multiplayer, or a team deathmatch. It's more like I can just practice for battle royale,
Oh yeah.
and just because I can just respond like unlimitedly, I can just practice. So that has helped me. So I use it right now just to practice for royale.
That's good. That's good. You know what? It's been a minute since I played Plunder. I actually started playing Plunder before I jumped into the Warzone too. So now Plunder's a good mode. Definitely, definitely. Did you like the zombie one? The zombie battle royale?
Yes, I did.
Right?
I
Yeah.
did.
Yes. Yeah. Same
I
here.
did. I think I mean, on I haven't checked today, but the zombie royale was still on,
Mm-hmm.
like in the game, right?
Yes, I heard they extended it maybe like a few days. I don't know if it's still on, but no, it was very interesting. Just the whole aspect that if you die, you come back as a zombie, and then you can still come back as a human. But you got it's the challenging
Yeah.
mode and just quicker. It's just so quicker because they don't give you a whole map. They give you like a small
It's
piece.
like a
And
mini royale. Yeah.
yes, yes, yes. So that was fun. That was fun doing the whole thing,
Yeah.
the Halloween hunt and all that stuff. So no, that was good.
The looting was fun. It scared the crap out of me
Oh
when
yeah,
like
jump
you would have the
screens.
jump scares. I didn't expect that, and you forget it's there. So when you're like in an intense mode and you really just trying to like stay alive and you're just like trying to be
Uh-huh.
quiet, you open a box and a
And
ghost
then
comes
oof,
out.
just yeah, plenty of those. I must admit, because me when I game, I have my headset on and I have all the sound coming in through the headset. So it's a little high.
Me too.
Yeah,
Surround
so
sound.
so
Yeah.
yeah, so you have it just closed in there. So it's just like when you start opening stuff and you open something, oh yeah, you'll get hit with it right away. So they did a
Yeah.
pretty good job with that. They did a good job with that. So that was pretty
Yeah.
good. Nice, nice.
Absolutely. I had to use a different headset for the Halloween special because when the ghost came out, it was so loud.
Loud,
So I
yeah,
have
yeah.
different headsets for different modes, as weird as that sounds. But I'm like, I can't have this scream in my ear
uh, uh,
because
uh,
I'm
uh.
very jumpy. I will
No,
scream.
there you go. See, nice, nice, nice. All right, all right. So we do got Cold War coming out. So are you excited about it? What's your feeling about it? And yeah, what are you looking forward to in Cold War?
So I'm very excited. I'm just excited for just for me at least, being kind of like I'm still like a newbie, just having a different template and platform to play on.
Okay.
I know it's going to be very different. I know some people have a pre-released, they can play, I forget what part of the game it was, but some people can play that part. Whoever pre-ordered it
Mm-hmm.
they have like an early release and they love it.
Yes,
So
no lie, I was one of those that got the head start and at least just playing some of the maps and all of that. So it's definitely a different feel, a different vibe. So just be prepared for that. But other than that, me just playing Call of the Black Ops series, from the get go, from Black Ops One, I am ready for zombies. Ooh,
yeah,
yes,
yeah,
my goodness.
yeah,
So
absolutely. And I
yes.
think, this game, this season for Warzone kind of prepped me for it, hopefully.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Because this would be your first time ever playing like a zombie mode, right? A zombie in the Black
Yeah,
Ops. Oh yes.
yeah,
Okay, yeah. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it
I'm
because
excited.
now they brought in a bunch of new things where you can carry your loadout into the zombie game, because it wasn't never that before. You just had to like buy the guns that they had, or whatever gun you used to pick from the mystery box. But now you definitely get to bring your loadout into the zombie mode. So
Nice.
yes,
Nice.
yes. So I'm looking forward to it. So yes, exactly the same feeling. I was like, oh yes, zombies are back. So
Yeah. I actually thought it came out today. So I like woke up and I was like, oh, but then I realized I had the date wrong and I was like, oh damn. So I got a little too excited.
No, yeah, I'm just waiting for the GameStop to call me. Oh yeah, your Black Ops is in. I can just go pick it up. Just go get it.
Nice. I think
Yes.
every streamer will be streaming that day.
Yeah.
Just all day. I know I'm gonna be.
Yes, definitely. Like I said, I'm gonna get into it. As far as just like I just miss zombies. It's one of those game modes I used to play so much, just trying to survive the waves and waves of zombies. It's insane. And then just wait till you see what you can do with your guns when you get all the machines up and going, and you could amp up your gun when you pack a punch it. You'll see. You see what I'm talking
Oh
about.
man.
You'll see
As
what
long
I'm
as you
talking
can have
about.
my growl, I'll be good.
Oh yeah, your growl. Okay, nice. I go from
Yeah.
growl to M4, so that's just what I kind of play with too myself. So
I really don't deviate from my growl. My growl, and then I have my trusty RPG. That's my favorite.
that's the setup I use in Warzone. It's either a growl M4, but for sure an RPG.
Yeah.
Yep.
At first I was doing overkill and doing the growl and forget what sniper I had. But I loved it. I took time like building it. I'm like, this is my perfect sniper, and I was using it all the time. But when I started playing Royale, I'm like, damn, I need Ghost, so you can't have both. So I'm like, all right, let me get an RPG, whatever. But then I just ripped house in that one. I was like,
oh yeah,
I'm just gonna use this. That's like my main thing now. I'm like, I don't need overkill. This is perfect.
Same here. So I use Ghost because I'm the one. I do use the heartbeat sensor.
Yep.
I use
Me too.
that. I gotta use it. It's just like one of those must things, and yeah, that's definitely nice. See,
yeah,
we kind of have the same loadout. To be honest, we do.
Yeah,
and do.
I really don't deviate from it. It's kind of like my go-to in really any game, whether it be plunder, multi, like deathmatch, Warzone. I'm like, this is like a universal one.
Yeah, that's the beauty of it. Like I said, you can carry over that same loadout to any modes, and yeah, you'll be good. Nice.
Absolutely, yeah.
All right. So this is the end of the part where I'm gonna ask you, what's your favorite place to eat? Anywhere have you ever eaten before? Place you can recommend, and where can people find you? So
lived a lot of places. I'm Italian, so I love Italian food.
Nice.
And coming from New York, I'm like, there's no place better than getting like a pizza from New York, especially like Staten Island,
Nice.
And it's been proven by Barstool, so
there you go.
it's been proven by El Presidente himself.
Got the approval.
Yeah, so I'm like, yeah, there's no way. But I have to say, this little place, it's called the North End. It's like a little area, they call it Little Italy, and it's all these mom and pop kind of Italian restaurants. Nothing chained, all local. And I think that it was a place called Giavella's, I believe. And I went there, and it was, outdoor seating, and I had the best chicken parm and the best burrata I've ever had. And I couldn't believe it. I was kind of almost mad to admit it. I'm like, this is a little better. So I mean, nothing will ever top like my mom's cooking, but that was 100% better than what I've had back home. So yeah, if you guys are ever in like Boston area, definitely go to the North End, Little Italy. Beautiful scenery. It's right on the harbor. Great Italian food.
Nice. See? Oh, Got me hungry already thinking about
Yeah,
that.
and it's only
So,
like 3 hours away. It's not bad at all. So I sometimes like if I feel like taking a trip, I'm like, I'll do a day trip over there.
yes, exactly. People sometimes people honestly, it's about the journey. It's about just, you know what? Yes, I'm gonna travel just to eat this because it's just a whole about just getting out, driving out, and enjoying yourself. So if
It's the
you
day. Yeah.
yes, it's just a day. Enjoy the day. Enjoy the day because sometimes, like I said, we work, we got other things going on, and it just sometimes, you know what? I just need a little break. I need a little getaway. You know what? I'm just gonna drive out, enjoy some good food, and that's overall that's more important. Just you enjoying the day with some good food, and it's just nothing better because it just like a few things that bring us happiness. Food is one of them. Food is one of them.
Yep.
So yeah, it is
Yeah.
so true because universally, food brings people
It
happiness.
brings people together too.
Yes, brings people
Yeah.
together that you recommend it. Oh, try this, try that. Hey, is that good? That's what it is. So
Mm-hmm.
definitely, I recommend everybody just go out, explore, even if it's like even if it's like a few hours away or wherever it may be. It's just like I said, just enjoy the moment, enjoy the day because, like I said, the reason people travel to places like that because it brings you happiness. Just food.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely, all
Yeah.
right, nice, nice.
100.
All right. So definitely if I'm ever in Jersey, gonna check that out. Gonna check it out. So definitely. So what's your social medias? Where can people find you and all of that good stuff?
Instagram at Jodies. It's spelled exactly how it sounds. And then I have a Discord. I downloaded it like literally a few days ago, so I'm still
Mhm.
learning it, but I have one.
Okay.
Um, as well as my Twitch, same name, Jodies. I'm still creating a schedule, but so far every day I've been going on either at 11 or 12,
Okay.
or at night at about 6 or 7 p.m.
Okay. Nice. Nice. Well, there you go, everybody. Check her out. Go follow her. Check the streams out, and she got more on the way. And definitely, that's a message from your boy DJ Gamer, the retro modern gamer. Nothing but peace, love, and positivity, everybody. So you guys have a wonderful day, and yeah, we are out.
Thank you guys. Thanks, DJ.